lot of people ask me, like, why do I do what I do? A common question I get is, how do you live with yourself, being such a bottom feeder? You know, stuff along those lines. It was just the other day that I had canceled somebody actually for pink starbursts, not liking pink starbursts. Like, you believe this kind of stuff? Like, purposely throwing out the pink ones and just eating the yellow and orange ones. Look, Peggy, all I'm saying is like going through your Twitter, you can't be posting shit online about how you don't eat pink starbursts.
But I don't.
So you understand how that puts me in a spot to where now, like, you know, I've got to cancel you. Like, that's the dynamic here.
This doesn't make any sense.
Well, absolutely. I know it doesn't make a lot of sense. It doesn't have to make sense. All right?
You're just stupid.
You know what? You can raise your voice to me all you like, but it's not going to change
stupid.
anything, Peggy. I hope you enjoy being canceled, okay?
Come on, man. Don't cancel me like that. Just...
Man, that sounds rough. Do you get any criticisms, though?
I get a lot of criticisms. You know, again, not everybody's as open to the idea of, like, shutting someone down. I mean, a lot of people say stuff like, you know, why don't you have a real job? Why don't you actually do something helpful for the movement? Like, you know, maybe, I don't know, voting in different political leaders, being more of an activist, or focusing on issues people actually care about. Another particular thing that comes to mind is just really chaps my ass is people who have no or preference towards cats or dogs. So I'm on the phone with you know, this man Torrance Howard here, and he's telling me, you know, look, buddy, you know, he's all kinds of nasty obscenities, and I'm trying to explain to him, like, you have to choose one. There is no way that you can be, like, in the right if you don't choose one. Like, it's our side or theirs, right?
This is fucking
Torrance,
stupid.
buddy, look, all I'm saying is by you openly saying you don't want a cat or a dog, you kind of sound like you hate pets, just in general. Just say it. Just, I mean, next time you're on Twitter and you're like, you know what? I don't see the big allure, is how you put it, and having a cat or a dog. Just say you hate animals.
Well, I
just
don't.
outright say all the animals, you hate them, you want nothing to do with them.
Well, I
Even if
don't.
that's not what you intended, like, that's how it's going to be taken, and you got to understand that.
That's not my issue.
That's not your issue. That's something that somebody on my end should understand.
Yeah.
Well, so that's where the communication error kind of comes down, buddy, because, like, again, when you say such things like you don't really prefer a cat over a dog because I have responsibilities, like, what does that even mean? What does that even mean?
What?
You mean to tell me you don't like cats?
I'm just too busy to have
Okay,
pets.
okay, buddy. Okay, you know what? Well, I hope you enjoy being canceled.
What do you fuck you mean? Fuck you.
What have you learned about canceling people over these things?
Really, it's about getting really upset about minor inconveniences, is what I've come to learn in my time here with canceling people. Is, you know, it doesn't always have to be like a huge thing in terms of political moves or cultural, you know, eroding of cultural foundations. Sometimes this is honestly as simple as, you know, not returning a shopping cart. I caught somebody out the other day at the Kroger's not returning a shopping cart, and boy, wouldn't you know it, they were pretty surprised to understand that everything they had worked for had come to a screeching halt because of their indiscretion.
I'm starting to talk to my father again after 3 years.
Wendy, look. It has nothing to do with, you know, the relationship, you know, you and your father have or whatever. It's the fact of the matter is you leave your carts in the middle of the aisle or the lane at the grocery store. I mean, what does that do for the next person? Then I've got to walk to the far parking spot to go get a cart when you can just put it next to the cart return. You park next to the cart return. You do this on purpose, but you don't return your cart. You realize how that makes you look? Do you realize, I mean, what the position that really puts you in?
It's not that big of a deal.
Not that big of a deal. Not that big of a deal. Yeah, that's what they all say. You know what? Enjoy
not.
being canceled. Okay.
What?
Okay, bye-bye.
Come on, man.
Sometimes it's just personal. Sometimes, you know, I'll be out, like, getting wings or, you know, something at the grocery store, and because the person in front of me is taking too long and they're playing on their phone, we might just have them canceled for that. By the time you get out with all your groceries, Miss Wendy, you might be finding yourself canceled then before you even get onto the cart, you know, fiasco. You know, come to think of it, Wendy.
What?
I didn't really quite appreciate the way you were still on your phone ordering, you know, McDonald's while you're getting groceries. That makes no sense.
But my mother-in-law was
First of all, it
great at
makes no sense, and
McDonald's.
it's rude to the people behind you.
Yelling's not necessary.
Yes, it's absolutely necessary. Because even the cashier has no idea who you're talking to.
But
One moment you're on the phone, and then you're talking to your mother-in-law, and then it's the cashier. Like, nobody knows who you're talking to, and plus everybody's just trying to get out of there, but you're just dragging feet. But then you're ordering food. Like, that makes no sense. It's called being self-centered and lack of social awareness is what
this
you
is
have,
stupid.
man.
You're being stupid.
Okay, well, I mean, call me what you will. It doesn't matter what you call me. It doesn't matter. You know why? Because you're done. You're canceled.
What does that even mean? Come on.